Hi everyone! In this video I will talk to you about 3 basic shapes that are the foundation of every amigurumi design. I'm Veronica, a crochet designer, crochet along host, and your coach with the mission to help you design your own first amigurumi pattern. Shape number 1 and a total must know is, of course, the one and only sphere. Let's take and break down the shape a little bit. So a sphere, let's draw it on the paper so we can explain it properly. Oh, bad. That's even rounder. So a sphere always starts with a magic circle at the top. And we can actually divide our ball or our sphere into 3 different parts. So we have the increase part, where we decide how big our ball is going to be. Then we have a couple of rows in between with only single crochets. That will determine how long or how big of a height your ball will have, and we will end it with a decrease section. So here is our 3 different sections, and depending on how many increase rows you make, you can easily change the size of your sphere into smaller or into a bigger ball. Spheres are perfect shapes for heads, for example. This is Luna and she has almost a perfect sphere as a head. If you only make a half of a sphere, you can use them as ears, for example, or a nose. Shape number 2 is a cylinder. It is super easy to transform your sphere into a cylinder. The only thing you need to do is to increase the rows with only single crochets between the increase section and the decrease. So if this is our increase section, if we make a long or a whole bunch of rows between with only single crochets and then make our decrease, we will get a cylinder. Cylinders are great shapes for legs and arms, and in this case also a half cylinder for the nose of Frida the llama. Our final basic shape is a cone. There is a lot of ways of making a cone. This cone has a beginning with a magic circle with 6 single crochets. After that I have make increase rows with 3 increases per row, and that's how I got this perfect cone shape. You can play around with how many increases you have per row. If you have a lot of increases, like more 8 or 10 per rows, you will get a more flat piece. And if you have less increases per row, you will get a more narrow and more pointy piece. So play around with these shapes. You can also combine these shapes. So for example, if you combine a cone with a sphere, you will get a drop shape, for example. Cones makes great shapes for ears, for example, or why not just make a ice cream cone or a unicorn cone? Is it called that even? You know what I mean, at least. That is our 3 fundamental shapes for designing your own amigurumi. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you want to dive your toes even deeper into amigurumi designing, be sure to check out my online course Amigurumi Design Lab. You will find all the information down below in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!